So good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I'm just going to do a quick little welcome. Tony Valeri, Vice President, Corporate Affairs, ArcelorMittal Dofasco. So Cristina, on behalf of Sean Donnelly, our President and CEO, and certainly on behalf of all of the employees here at ArcelorMittal Dofasco, welcome. Welcome to you and welcome to our friends at the Ministry of Economic Development and Growth. I'd also like to acknowledge, and you've met all of them, but I'd like to also acknowledge that some of the members of our team have joined us here today, key members of the Hot Mill Modernization Project. So thank you for taking the time for this announcement as well. Let me start off by just saying, Cristina, Hamilton has deep roots in manufacturing and is a significant driver of our economy, not only in Hamilton, but I would say in the province of Ontario. Our participation in the different supply chains are quite significant from an economic driver perspective. And ArcelorMittal Dofasco is a very big part of that through our products, our processes, and certainly our people. So maybe just before we get to the announcement, a little bit about ArcelorMittal Dofasco. We're part of the world's largest steel and mining company, presence in 60 countries around the world, including North, Central, and South America, Asia, Europe, and Africa. About 200,000 employees globally, worldwide. ArcelorMittal Dofasco is Canada's largest flat-rolled steel producer, about 4.5 million tons. Again, I mentioned the automotive supply chain. The automotive sector is a very important sector for ArcelorMittal Dofasco, construction and manufacturing, energy, consumer and industrial packaging, and the distribution sector. And here at ArcelorMittal Dofasco, we like to say that we're much more than steel. In truth, we are an engineering and technology company, and you've met some of the engineering folks here today. And technology, from the standpoint of not only developing technologically advanced ways of doing better with the processes that we use to make steel, but certainly the application of technology. And so a lot of emphasis on working with universities and other researchers, along with the researchers that we have here, and the over, I think it's about 1,200 or so researchers globally that all contribute to the improvements and efficiencies that we work towards each and every day. Our strength is our people, and our people are the differentiator for ArcelorMittal Dofasco. Organizations can make investments, organizations can put in place facilities and the lines themselves, but it's our people that we feel are the differentiator for us and ultimately make the difference for our customers and make the difference for the organization. So I'd like to ask Cristina Martins, the MPP for Davenport and the Parliamentary Assistant to Minister Del Duca, the Minister of Economic Development and Growth, to make today's announcement. Cristina.
So good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much, Tony, for that kind introduction and for hosting us here today. Had an opportunity already to speak to all of you, and thank you for being so welcoming. It is truly a pleasure to be here today and meet some of you at the heart and soul of Hamilton's economy and the backbone of the Canadian steel industry. It's amazing to learn how your products come together and how much pride you take in your work. So thank you for hosting me here today and for joining us. You know, anyone who knows anything about Hamilton knows that the story of the city is the story of steel. And anyone who knows steel knows just how important ArcelorMittal Dofasco has been to the city, to our province, and to our country. There are almost 5,000 jobs right here in this plant, and not only are you the biggest employer in the city, Forbes says you're one of the best employers in the country. And Tony just confirmed with the best employees. And you're continuing to compete and do well, in spite of what we all know are some very challenging times in the North American and global steel markets, because you're just that good. You've got to be very proud of that, and we are very proud of you. Proud of the products you create, proud of the jobs you provide, and starting today, proud to join with you as partners to keep great jobs right here in Hamilton. Today, I am pleased to announce a grant and a loan totaling $22.7 million to Dofasco through the Jobs and Prosperity Fund. That's right. This new funding will go towards upgrading to state-of-the-art equipment. It will help make sure your company can continue producing advanced, quality, high-value products and offer them to the North American markets at the lowest possible cost. It will help them to remain competitive in the global market and to reach new heights. Most importantly, today's announcement supports a broader project that will keep 4,700 jobs right here in Hamilton. So I want to thank you all for all the work that you do day in and day out for this major vote of confidence in Ontario's steel sector. Folks, we know it's getting challenging out there, but I want you to know in no uncertain terms that this government, that my government, gets it. We know that Ontario is home to more than 70% of the nation's steel production. We know our steel industry accounts for thousands of good jobs that our people depend on. That's why we've been here for you in the past, leveraging more than $680 million in productivity and innovation investments. And that's why we've been there for you in recent months, defending the North American trade. And it's why we'll continue to be there for you in the future. So I want to congratulate everyone on today's announcement. I want to thank you for all that you do. Thank you for being the employees that you are. Thank you for keeping Hamilton going strong, for keeping Ontario going strong as steel. Thank you all very much.
Thank you very much, Cristina, for your support, and please pass on our thanks to Minister Del Duca and to the Premier. We're always very pleased to have an opportunity to share some of the great work that's being done here at Dofasco and in Hamilton in the advanced manufacturing sector. Our people continue to drive innovation and continue to drive process improvements through both capital and non-capital projects. And so while our ultimate goal in this project and the investment in this project will boost our productivity, we have invested hundreds of millions of dollars into our facility, consistently focused on that innovation and improving our efficiency and our automation. So over the past 5 years, we've invested over $2 billion in our facilities, both in capital projects and regular maintenance investments that we need to make on an annual basis. The hot mill modernization project, as mentioned, is a large project modernizing our hot mill. On the technical side, it'll be replacing 3 existing end-of-life coilers with 2 state-of-the-art coilers and new run-out tables. The benefits of the project are focused on improving safety, increased product capability to produce those higher value products. Those product capabilities are required because our customers continue to demand more from us in order to meet the demands of their customers and the market. And certainly cost savings through improvements to the coil quality, improvement in unplanned delay rates, yield, and improved energy efficiency. We expect the project would be finished midway through 2020, and certainly the team here that you've met does its very best to minimize the impact to production by integrating the work with existing outages and doing and some pre-building of material to minimize the impacts. Again, it's one of a portfolio of projects. We continue to invest. We're in the midst of a $112 million utilities boiler power generation project using the waste gas to generate electricity, which is very important to see those efficiency improvements and to capture the waste that might be present and to utilize that waste. And I just want to end by saying that it's in partnership with the province of Ontario. It's in partnership with government that has allowed us to accelerate the investments and allowed us to leverage investments for our facility to provide the meaningful improvement, the growth opportunities for the industries, and to ensure that we can continue to be a sustainable organization, deliver for our shareholders, deliver for our employees, and deliver for our communities, the communities where we're located. As you mentioned, the 5,000 employees that work here live in our community. And so we, as employees and as people being our strength, the investments that we make are meant not only to achieve a market need, but also to provide the opportunity for a sustainable employment, for continued prosperity in community, and ultimately to ensure that we're all winning by working together. So on behalf of Sean Donnelly, as I said earlier, our President and CEO, and the employees at ArcelorMittal Dofasco, thank you for having the confidence in making the investment in ArcelorMittal Dofasco and in this project. And please pass on our thanks to the Minister and to the Premier. Thank you. So that's the end of the formal presentation. We will be available for some questions and comments here just to the side of the podium. If there's any media here, Mark's here, and there might be some other folks. Cristina, is that okay? So thank you again.